Good evening and welcome to commencement exercises of Wirt County High School. Thank you. You may be seated. Wirt County High School is celebrating 100 years of graduating seniors this year. Congratulations. The class of 2020 has encountered many firsts, including 9/11 and now COVID. Throughout the past 100 years, according to the Gallup poll, the following major events have occurred: World War I and II, women gaining the right to vote, Charles Lindbergh's transatlantic flight, the Great Depression, dropping the atomic bomb on Hiroshima, the Korean War, launching of the Russian Sputnik satellites, the assassination of President Kennedy, passage of the Civil Rights Act, landing on the moon, the Watergate scandal, the Vietnam War, the fall of the Berlin Wall, the Persian Gulf War, the breakup of the Soviet Union, and the impeachment of Bill Clinton. At Wirt County High School, the past 100 years has seen many changes. In 1919, the high school moved to the second floor of the Kanawha Motor Company. This was situated beside the Wirt County Courthouse. The first class graduated the following spring of 1920. In 1920, Elizabeth High School was classified a first-class high school by the State Department. The following year, Elizabeth High School was completed and 4-year courses were offered. In 1937, construction began on Wirt County High School, the first county high school. First classes were held in 1938. The new building had 13 classrooms. A gymnasium was added in 1948, the Charles E. Klein Vocational Wing in 1958, our library in 1962. In 1992, we became a 912 high school. In 1998, additions to the main offices and courtyard were made, along with new construction of a cafeteria, auditorium, and gym. In 2009, Wirt County High School was recognized as a school of excellence. 2012, Wirt County High School started the process of becoming the first school in West Virginia to have a one-to-one initiative with devices. In 2018, LED lighting systems were installed and new HVAC and fire alarm systems. In 2020, we refinished the gym floor. Can't wait for you guys to come back and see it. Wirt County High School has a rich athletic history. We have held state championships in football in 1966, wrestling in 1968 and 2017, golf in 2002, and volleyball in 2000, 2001, 2002, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2011, 2013, 2015, 2017, and 2019. Woo! What will the next 100 years bring? Currently, Wirt County High School has 34 full-time staff and 280 students. As we head into the next 100 years, it will be exciting to see all the new changes and innovation. A graduation ceremony is always a special occasion. The culmination of years of hard work, the actualization of goals attained, and the acknowledgement of successes achieved. So it is only fitting that this evening we commemorate the road that we have all traveled together these last 100 years. The class of 2020 has been on a journey that started with tentative steps perhaps, but one that is taking them to remarkable heights. They have encountered some trials and tribulations along the way. They've soldiered on and come out stronger for them. They have created memories that will be fondly remembered in the years ahead. The end results, ladies and gentlemen, of their coming together, keeping together, and working together, despite the obstacles that we have faced along the way, is the graduating class of 2020. Congratulations. We are proud of all of you. May your successes be many and your tribulations be few and far between. We wish you everything that you so richly deserve in the years ahead. It has been an honor and a privilege watching your progress and success. While on this journey, I urge you to always step back and take a breath. Ask yourself, is this the best that I can be? At this time, I would like to share some of our seniors' accomplishments. Seniors, please stand and remain standing when your name and accomplishments is announced. Nicole Bailey, Valedictorian Scholarship, Promise, Douglas E. Cochran Scholarship, WSAZ Best of the Class, and GAP Scholarship. Sydney Woods, Salutatorian Scholarship, Promise, Marine Fantasy Mets Memorial Scholarship, West Virginia Nurses Association District Number 3 Professional Nurses Scholarship. Heavenly Holbert, Presidential Scholarship, Service Scholarship, and Wesleyan Grant from West Virginia Wesleyan College. Michael Grishaber, Washington State Community College Institutional Scholarship. Gabriel Adams, Promise Scholarship and Marshall University Board of Governors Scholarship. Michaela Begay, Promise Scholarship. Curtis Browning, Promise Scholarship. Hunter Hickman, Promise Scholarship and United Bank O.J. Stout. Daniel McCloy, Promise Scholarship, United Bank O.J. Stout. Anna Louise Roberts Scholarship, Roscoe R. Daniel Memorial Scholarship, and Marshall University Board of Governors Scholarship. Matthew White, Promise Scholarship. Justin Wendland, Promise Scholarship. Kyler Carper, United Bank O.J. Stout Scholarship, Anna Louise Roberts Scholarship, Council of Presidential Awardees in Mathematics, and the Underwood Smith Teaching Scholarship. Maggie Bailey, Anna Louise Roberts Scholarship, Maureen Fennessy Metz Memorial Scholarship, Mu Chapter of Delta Kappa Gamma Grant, and the Underwood Smith Teaching Scholarship. Madison Koger, Washington State Community College Institutional Scholarship. Michaela Long, Claiborne J. Sr. and Garrett R. Hanna Scholarship, and Maureen Fennessy Metz Memorial Scholarship. Zachary Yoke, James H. Roberts Athletic Scholarship, DLS Educational Scholarship, and WVU Scholarship of Distinction Level 4. Andrew Seho, Kenneth D. and Catherine D. Davis Memorial Scholarship, and Marshall University A. Michael Perry Scholarship. Cassidy Root, Louvet Foundation Scholarship, Marshall University Opportunity Scholarship, and Washington State Community College Presidential Scholarship. Riley Copeland, Cheer Scholarship, Glenville State College. Trenton Richards, Chester H. Bruce Memorial Scholarship. Tyler Booth, Marshall University Opportunity Scholarship. Kylie Stevens, Sarah Hennon Memorial Scholarship. Star Harris, Herschel Price Scholarship, and Zandrika Villers Gap Scholarship. Let's give our graduates a round of applause. Miss Riley Copeland, Senior Class President, will now present our invocation.
Good evening, friends, family members, faculty, and fellow classmates. I struggled with writer's block for days as I tried to put my feelings into words for this speech. We have all faced trials and tribulations along our journeys to get us here today, but I'm very happy to say that we made it. We survived the SAT and ACT, the nerves from the first day of school, the stairs, the first day of school fights, the loss of classmates, and the loss of the last few months of our senior year. In our 4 years of high school, we have embraced an immense amount of change. We've changed our hairstyles, our looks, our voices, our personalities, and our minds, but we weren't the only things changing. Our band director, cheer, volleyball, baseball, and football coaches, assistant principals, nurse, and teachers all changed during our time here. Yet we continued day after day and year after year to make it here today. I commend each of us for not giving up as we face challenges and change. Among us, we have classmates who have lost family members and friends, brought new lives into the world, battled cancer and other health issues, and those who have faced unexpected hardships, such as a divorce in the family and the cruel consequences from drugs. But still, as we have all faced loss and hardships that tested us, we never gave up. Today is our day to decide what the rest of our lives are made of. While hardships will come, I am confident that we will persevere as we always have. On behalf of the class of 2020, I would like to thank those who have supported us on both our good and bad days. Our principal, Mrs. Smith, our class sponsors, Ms. Bishop, Mr. Goff, Mr. Workman, Mr. Coaches, cooks, bus drivers, and custodians, just to name a few, and our families. Lastly, I would like to express a personal thank you to some of my biggest fans, who I could never thank enough for all of their support. To Miss Julie and Mr. Goff, you are both wonderful, and I am so glad I could always count on you for help. To my sisters, Leah and Ellie, my 4 parents, my Nana and Papa, my friends, and my other family members, from the bottom of my heart, I couldn't have done this without you. A final thank you to Google and Quizlet for all of their help, to Mrs. Petrowski for instilling a love of English in me, and to my classmates.
Good evening, guests, students, and staff. As I stand here before all of you, I find myself looking back on the 4 years, well, 3 3/4 of lasting memories we made together at Wirt County High School. I have dreamed of this speech for years and always made jokes to teachers and other students of what I was going to throw in there, but I never thought it would be under these circumstances. In the wake of this pandemic, it may feel like our senior year was ripped away. However, I believe we need to look at it as another curveball thrown at us in the game of life, because we might as well just get used to it, because life has so many more curveballs and fastballs and rise balls to throw at us in the game of life. When the class of 2020 walked through the halls for the first time 4 years ago, everyone in that building knew we would be a class to remember, especially the teachers who had to stay on our tails these past 4 years. But Wirt County High School made its own impression on us. In our years, we've had bathroom stalls taken down, an ice cream machine promised that we never saw, and even half our senior year canceled. While at our prime, we may have been upset of these things or complained, but eventually we will look back grateful for the growth opportunities given to us by this school and community. So I ask that as each of us begin our next chapter, we remember we were once and always will be a Tiger. I want to take some time to thank some of those a part of my journey. I want to start by thanking my mom for pushing me to where I am today, my granny for all her help, and my grams for her unconditional support throughout these 18 years. Thank you to all of my family who has loved me through the rocky journey that was high school, and my friends for being there to support me along the way. I also had many supporters inside the walls of Wirt County High School. Thank you to Mr. Workman for twisting my arm to get me to join the FFA and help me find my way into such a life-changing organization. As I continue on to my future, I know that you will always be a part of my team that's on my court. Thank you, Mr. McAllister, for providing me with thought-provoking conversation every day, even though sometimes I or no one else had any idea what you were talking about. Thank you, Mr. Lowe, for calling me out on my mild dyslexia and also allowing me to cry my way through college statistics without too much judgment. Thank you to Mr. Goff and Mrs. Petrosky for making the walk up the stairs to the 3rd floor just a tad bit more bearable. Thank you to the whole staff for providing me with your wisdom throughout the years. So many people have been such a strong influence on my journey, and I will forever be grateful for each and every one of them. And on behalf of the whole student body, I want to thank the staff, fellow students, and community for giving us the opportunity to make such a lasting impression. Without so much support and love, we would not be where we are today. Despite all the odds that have been forced against us, such as being born into 9/11 and starting into the real world during a pandemic, I believe we all have bright futures ahead of us. Our lives are in our hands to make of it what we wish. So whatever you're looking for in this life, chase after it. Chase after that goal, chase after that dream, or that opportunity. We have so many experiences that are still yet to come, and I hope in those experiences, each and every one of you find happiness and peace. As we all start our journey through the game of life, I know we have an amazing support system behind us. I wish you all the best and hope you find what sets your soul on fire. Thank you.
Thank you, Sydney. At this time, I would like to introduce the class of 2020 valedictorian, Ms. Nicole Bailey.
Good evening, family, friends, faculty, and fellow graduates. I am honored tonight to stand here and make an address to a very special class. A class that is special not only because of the uniquely talented, wonderful individuals who comprise it, but because of the historical circumstances we've grown up in. We're part of a generation of change. Most of us were born in the wake of 9/11, which incited great change in our nation. We grew up in a time with a great change in the use of technology that generations before us had not seen. And now, in the last months of our senior year, the world has changed rapidly, with great adjustments made because of COVID-19. I know that this means that we will go out and create even more change in the world to see it become a better place. Even with all that is going on, this is still a special commencement for another reason. At the beginning of the year, when we started our journey as seniors, we were set to be a special class because we were the 100th graduating class of Wirt County High School. While this is a big honor, it is just a very small part of what makes this graduation and class so special. For a moment, I thought there would be no graduation, no ceremony, and no celebration. So first, I want to say thank you to the administration and board for making this possible. Thank you for going out of your way to make our graduation happen and providing other special events for us. You went above and beyond, and your efforts are appreciated. Secondly, I want to take a moment to think about all the moments we missed as seniors. The senior walkout, banquet, track, softball, and baseball seasons, and many other milestones. Most of these, while we waited for years to earn this recognition, are just markers of our accomplishments. It is more about the work and the memories we made to get to these points. I've spoken to many people over the past couple of months about the unfortunate circumstances of our graduation. And many say that while it is terrible that we lost the opportunity to have special events to commemorate our accomplishments, I've learned that when you look back on high school, you'll think more about the memories and the bonds you made. It'll be more about the ice cream trips after a hard practice, dressing up with all your friends for Spirit Week, hanging out in the parking lot after football games, or just the times you had with your friends. It's sad that we lost the opportunity to make more memories like these, but we must move on to the next chapter. Circumstances may have derailed our journey a little, but it does not change our future. Regardless of our year being cut short, graduation is an occasion for celebration, and we have so much to celebrate. We did it. We made it through the past 12 years together. As we move towards the things we are going to do, it is important to take this time to celebrate what we have already done. Getting to this point is no small feat. It took dedication and drive. It took showing up and putting effort in to make yourself a better person, to set you up for your future, so you can make changes for the betterment of the world and the lives of others. Graduating is the first step towards independence and creating a life for yourself. It's bigger than saying a chapter of your life is behind you, because this is only the beginning of your story. Today, we start the beginning of the rest of our lives. We're going to do the things we have always dreamed about. I wish all of you the very best on your future endeavors. We have incredible people that want to make the world a better place as engineers, those who dream of helping others as nurses or therapists, artists who want to make the world a more beautiful place, individuals who are going to join the military to protect us and our freedom. And no matter what your aspirations or dreams are, you made the first big step towards achieving them. I can't wait to see how each one of you impacts our world. Before I conclude, I would like to thank a few people, including all the teachers at Wirt County High School, who over the years have put up with us and pushed us to become better, while giving us valuable knowledge that will be the building blocks to our successes. I want to individually thank a few who are a big part in my personal journey. Mr. Davis, thank you for making me go way out of my comfort zone and believing in me when I probably didn't believe in myself. Mr. Workman, thank you for all the long hours you worked pushing myself and my teammates to be better and giving us the opportunity to achieve our goals. I will always hear, it's not nerves, it's anticipation, every time I'm nervous for anything, including right now as I deliver this address. Your support and help over the years has prepared me for the future, and I know that I am better because of it. Thank you to Mrs. Petrowski and Mrs. McAllister for inspiring my career path and being role models. I hope one day that I will teach other students and impact their lives as much as you've impacted mine. Mr. Goff, thank you for giving up weeks of your time with your family to take large groups of students to FBLA Nationals. Those trips will always be some of the fondest memories I made in high school. Mr. McAllister, thank you for making me your favorite Bailey, even if it only is secretly, it's still an honor. Another thank you to the administration for keeping us safe and in line, the custodians who clean up after us, and the cooks who have made food for us every day throughout high school. Now, as important as the previously mentioned people are, they've only been taking care of us for the past 4 years. I want to say a huge thank you to all the parents, guardians, and families who have raised us into the wonderful people we are today. In conclusion, we're all going to do great things. You don't have to change the entire world to be successful. Sometimes you just have to change someone's world, even if it's your own. We've grown up seeing everything that's wrong with the world, and we've experienced unique hardships generations before us haven't had to go through. We also experienced hardships left behind for us from the other generations, and it's our responsibility to turn this around. Whatever your future holds, you're on the way there, and I wish you the best in everything you do. It's been a journey that I will treasure for the rest of my life. Thank you all.
At this time, Superintendent Miss Mary Jane Pope Albin will share her farewell remarks.
Great job. Good evening, all. Graduating class of 2020, our 100th graduating class of Wirt County Schools. Wow, you are amazing. You are trailblazers by the virtue of all of your experiences. You have shown great resiliency, and you have met adversities and won. What a great year. This evening, your classmates have shared some of your memories, thoughts for your future, and feelings of appreciation for what you have experienced. I say to you, we thank you for allowing us to be a part of your life. You have given us in equal measure what you have thanked us for giving to you. You give us hope. As you say goodbye to this chapter in your life, we wish you farewell and encouragement for the next chapter. We know that you will be taking with you the learning and the friendships that will be the basis for the next several years. As we remember the years you have been together throughout your K-12 education with us, there are many, many, many sad, challenging, exciting memories. Each of these memories make up who you are and the support you will become for others. You choose your destiny. Be that to become a part of our workforce now or to serve us proudly in the military, or to go on to college to perfect your skills, or to choose to do all of these things. I wasn't sure what that phrase, choose your destiny, really meant when I graduated from high school 50 years ago. I have learned that it means it is up to me, as is true for you. I had just seen the first man walk on the moon. Amazing. You have just seen your senior year change completely in just one day, March 13th. You have successfully transitioned from education in our classrooms to education online. You have done so with humor and determination. Today, you made your own destiny. You are graduating, and we are all here celebrating with you. Your predecessors, the first graduating class of Wirt County, 1920, also faced a pandemic, but they carried on. They inspired an innovative and challenged generation, went on just 8 years later to discover a treatment, penicillin, thereby eliminating future viruses. They went on to be the generation that changed history, as Mrs. Smith has shared with you. The 100 years since their graduation has brought great advances in our world. We have also seen amazing challenges that we as humans have created, each which required a solution. You too have the potential to make that claim. We look to you to make the difference for our community, our state on this West Virginia Day, our country, and our world. We believe in you. Learning is a great adventure. You will find that great progress is made in some ways, while in other ways we are faltering. Our moral natures sometimes do not seem to be keeping up. We need to be sure our hearts do the right thing. In the words of E.L. Doctorow, so now I will tell you what nobody else has told you before this, that we older folks are waiting for you. We're waiting for you. Did you know that? In fact, I look out from this podium tonight and see a beautiful assembly of American future. And I'll tell you something else about which there is no question. Your parents and families are proud of you. Your teachers and staff are proud of you. Our board members are proud of you. Our Wirt County community is proud of you. I'm proud of you too. So I say, be brave, be kind, take care of yourself, and carry it on. Thank you.
Miss Albin, members of the Wirt County Board of Education, it is my privilege to introduce to you the class of 2020. Would Mrs. McAllister and Mrs. Petrosky please come forward?
Nicole Faith Bailey. Kyler Breton Carper. Sydney Diane Woods. Caleb Gabriel Galloway. Riley Madison Copeland. Tyler Jacob Booth. Holly Kaylin Moneypenny. Justin Michael Winland. Micaela Isabel Bacay. Caleb Dylan Knott. Sydney Lynn Sato. Madison Ann Koger. Maggie Lynn Bailey. Hunter Daniel Hickman. Way to go, Daniel. Air high five. Kylie Brooke Stevens. Trenton Edward Toller. Jamie Danielle Rockhold. Haley Brooke Sands. Natalie Lynn Wells. Michaela Ann Long. Selena Marie Opal Runyon. Brandon Thomas Lee Keller.
Deborah Leona Daringer Kelly.
There you go, big smile, air high five.
Andrew Donald Seha.
Andrew Keith Simmons.
No, Andrew.
Andrew, great. High five.
Andrew Keith Simmons.
Andrew,
Yeah, they're right beside each other.
Andrew, give me a high five in there.
Daniel William McCloy. William Andrew Stutler. Daniel Carlton Campbell.
Good job. Good job. Air high five.
Jasmine Danielle Brogdon. Verena Marie Ball.
Air high five. Yay.
Tyrion J. Sleesman. Robert Eugene Sampson. Cassidy Leanne Root. Peyton Todd Richards.
Great job, Cassidy. Air high five.
Sandrika Julene Fillers.
There we go. Air high five.
Gabriel Lee Adams.
Good five. You want to have an air high five? What'd you say?
Destiny Nicole Barker.
Great job. Air high five. I am so proud of you. You're our first, dude.
Aiden Grant Snyder.
Great job today. You did an air high five.
Tristan Zane Sampson.
You're all right. Air high five today.
Dylan Thomas McElfresh.
There you go, Tristan. Air high five. Did it. You sure did. Very proud of you, kiddo.
Yolanda Mercedes Walston.
Can I give you an air high five? Congratulations.
Courtney Elizabeth Easton.
Air high five.
Matthew
Great job,
Stephen
Air high
White. Clayton Archibald Bain. Cheyenne Rose Casto.
Way to go. Can I give you an air high five? Yay.
Elijah James Boston. Dylan Richard Merrill.
Look at those shades.
Mason Alexander Lowe.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh.
That's all right. Here, we'll do it everywhere.
Heavenly Dawn Holbert.
Air high five.
Star Nicole Harris.
Great job, Haley. Air high five.
Stephanie Ann Hathaway.
Air high five. All my Stephanie. Great job.
Zachary William Gagnon.
Good job, Jeff. Zach.
Thank you. Enjoy your
Crystal Ann Fetty.
enjoy your retirement.
Thank you.
Destiny Renee Plummer.
Great job, kiddo. Air high five.
James Nicholas Fetty.
Good job, Stephanie. Air high five. Anyone you want?
Curtis Edward Browning.
Air high five. She's wanting to give her voice to you. We gotta move out of the way.
Trenton Brett Richards. Zachary Taz Yo. Justin Caleb McNeely.
Way to go, Zach. I think we're all
Shay Michael Moore. Colton Zane Whipke.
Here, let's do it again. You want to do it?
Dylan Pierce Smar. Shakira Romanda Bell.
High five. Yay.
Amanda Lee Huss.
Way to go. Air high five.
Christian Paul Kane. Michael Allen Grishaver. Elijah David McMillan. Seth Michael Moore.
Good job, Elijah. Thank you, man. Thank you. So what classes share?
No.
Their high
Get a picture.
Sorry.
Go, Mrs. Smith.
Yeah, Miss Smith.
At this time, will senior class officers come to the front?
Yeah, officers.
Would all graduates please stand? By completing the requirements of the West Virginia Board of Education and of the Wirt County Board of Education, I present to you the graduating class of 2020. Audience, will you please stand and join us in the singing of our alma mater? It can be found in your program. Here, I have more.
A word?
Riley, you need one?
I know it. What are you talking about? I know all of it.
Okay, who's Holly?
Start it?
Mhm. Formed at Wirt County High. Sealed by friendship tie. Deep graven on each heart. Shall be Thank you. I think you guys forgot the alma mater since March 13th.
Hey, sing it for us. We'll just follow you. Yeah, sing it again.
Please be seated. Miss Holly Moneypenny, student body president, will have our closing inspiration.
Good evening, friends and family. I am Holly Moneypenny, and when I walked into Wirt County High School on my first day of freshman year, I never thought that my high school story would go the way that it did. It was a really long journey, but I didn't do it all by myself. I would like to take the time to thank every single one of you who has made my 4 years here at Wirt County High School so much bearable. But most importantly, I would like to start by thanking one of the most amazing women I know. Thank you, Miss McAllister, for always loving me no matter what. Thank you for inspiring and teaching us all so many lessons that aren't just English. Secondly, I would like to leave you with one quote from John F. Kennedy. He once said, "The one unchangeable certainty is that nothing is certain or unchangeable." The person I was walking through those doors in 2016 and the person I am now are totally different people. But when I was a freshman, I could have never told myself that I was going to change this much. Once I learned to step out of my comfort zone, I learned how much opportunity there is. I learned how amazing change is and can be. I learned that this is what the world works on, is change. So if I can leave you with one piece of advice, it is to let yourself change, let yourself grow, and let yourself learn. Thank you.
Thank you, family, friends, and community for celebrating this wonderful milestone with our 2020 graduates. Please stand and remain standing until graduates have completed the recessional. Thank you.